Yo, Cat.
Hey, Darren.
Once a time, we're going to do a Star Wars theory.
Oh,
Take a seat.
I shall.
So, I was sitting, browsing stuff. I was like, is the Emperor really gone? So today is going to be about, is the Emperor really gone? Well, frickin' obviously not. But seriously. Really,
He will always be in a piece of our hearts.
Well, it's a thing of like, I mean, no one's ever really gone.
Yep.
But also,
As long as there's someone to remember them by.
yeah, it's the thing of like, is this really?
There's definitely a picture of like the Emperor maybe on a dartboard in like one of them dodgy little pubs that somebody's throwing like Star Wars version of darts at. Or something like that.
Space darts.
Space darts?
There's one time I was looking for a role-playing campaign as to what a cart in Star Wars would be called.
Mm-hmm.
Space cart.
Oh, so it is just space darts and space
Sometimes,
cart.
yeah.
So say if somebody was putting on a suit, every suit would be a space suit?
Perhaps.
Okay. Honey, where is my space suit?
Was this a fitting end for the Emperor? Because this scene where the Emperor is just shooting lightning at himself, essentially, is the equivalent of this scene.
Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!
Well, I mean, okay, so this would be the third time, in fairness, that he just keeps on electrocuting himself for no reason. He just loves it. He's a sadomasochist.
Maybe he just sits in his quarters all day sticking forks into sockets.
Right, so my problem with it is, I don't think it really makes sense for this to be his death. I mean, he wanted Rey to kill him so they could essence transfer into her body, and the same way as Bane tried to do for his apprentice, we assume. Because is that we're actually specifically told that. But, and then obviously, this is Rey not killing him. He's killing himself. Okay, fair enough.
Why are you killing yourself?
I mean, so the second thing is, would Palpatine, the genius tactician, who's hid an entire army under a rock for 40 years now.
Well, it's no hiding them under an asteroid or
Yeah.
behind an asteroid. Like, we know that is
the
most common place to hide people is behind an asteroid.
That
so
is
I don't
indeed.
know.
But they always expect you to hide it behind the asteroid,
Yeah.
not inside it. So the second question is, would Palpatine, the genius tactician, electrocute himself to death? I mean, we've seen him melting his own face, but would he be stupid enough to wipe himself off the face of a planet?
Well, it sounds like he's into really kinky stuff. But,
like nipple clamps, car battery kind of stuff.
You don't know what he does.
It's that
Besides
red robe.
electrocuting himself with sockets and forks.
So let's look at this further. If we analyze the scene where the Emperor dies, we see that the last thing that happens is a flash of lightning shoot up and a force wave so powerful that it destroys the Sith temple, which just yeets rockets, yeets rocks at the Sith.
Yeet.
Yeet. This is similar to the Essence transfer, as it's now viewed in Episode 6, because whenever he's thrown down into the reactor core, he just pops up, and it's that kind of like screaming wave was apparently him.
Oh.
Him doing his Essence transfer. I mean, we know the Emperor never planned on staying in Exegol. It was a means to an end, a super secret storehouse to keep the clone bodies and his Zystons, etc. In the books, he's got these secret storehouses all over the place. I mean, Heir to the Empire is essentially about finding them. And
I was about to say, is that one of, that's just one that they found.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Wayland's the Emperor storehouse where they find Jorah's Cabal and stuff.
Yeah.
But then we also know that that's actually canon now as well because of the Star Wars Battlefront game, which also, just to kind of be like, right, okay, it's a game, but at the same time, it mentions things that are now confirmed as canon, such as Project Cinder. So we kind of have to assume that it's either semi-canon or, it's somewhere in there. So his original plan was to inhabit Rey's body. The Emperor in both canon and Legends.
Can definitely imagine him just walking around and just like...
I love these. These are fantastic.
The most fancy lingerie ever.
Someone bring me a fork. So really for me, the question isn't, is the Emperor dead? It's more the question is, what's his plan? And how do you stop the unkillable? So we have a few theories. The answer may lie in Mortis, or it may lie at the end of Legacy.
You could always fire him into his son.
You could always fire him with his son.
It worked quite well.
Do the whole
for
Dirge
what-
thing. Well,
yeah, it worked quite well for Dirge.
That's actually is kind of the end of Legacy.
Oh, okay.
Which is definitely worth checking out. The one Sith mod there, it's pretty cool. If you want to hear some more theories, give us a wee shout. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out some of the videos at the end of this video for a bit more.
I'm just going to like. I'm not even going to share or subscribe. Screw you.
Bye.
Bye.